We all know that anti-vaxxers can be real vile in public, but how are they like when they're alone, when they're together and just the two of them or the 20 of them or however many people? Well, now we have some insight thanks to someone who took some video at an anti-vax rally in New York and captured a conversation between two demonstrators. Independent reporter Talia Jane shared a video of one Stephanie Denaro. The name might sound familiar, just hang on, who appeared slightly out of breath as she attends the rally in New York. So let's just, let's eavesdrop on that convo. How'd it go? What was it like?
Danny's in the hospital with COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have it too.
Hospital? Why is he in the hospital?
Because he didn't go to the doctor and just get it taken care of. Like, he's dying now.
He in the hospital.
He's an idiot.
He needs to take ivermectin.
Yeah, right? I don't know.
He gets some.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. I'll call this woman tonight and see if she gets some.
Oh, okay.
And vitamin D and zinc.
Oh,
He
okay.
doesn't take it right away. They don't have to know about it. I don't know why he's in the hospital.
Okay.
What, does he feel sick?
It sounds like he has pneumonia when he's coughing. His lungs are so bad.
I don't know. My lungs got bad for a while. I just stayed home and went to sleep.
Yeah, that's what he was doing, but he wasn't getting any better.
Oh, really? Wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay, so there's a lot happening in that video. For those of you who didn't catch it, and thanks to JR for throwing subs on that, there was a discussion about a friend of hers named Danny with another fellow protester. They said, yep, Danny's got COVID. He's in the hospital. And then there's a little bit of a why? Why is he in the hospital? Well, he's got COVID. It's a little bit of a who's on first conversation happening. Because he's got COVID and we're all anti-vaxxers. Then his friend is suggesting ivermectin. He's suggesting taking zinc. But Cenk, did you catch the beginning when she says, yeah, Danny's got COVID, he's dying. I have COVID too. Anyway, what's for lunch? Doopy-doopy-doo. Just.
Yeah. No.
What is going on?
No, Franny, I went back and double checked the article. They're in an anti-vaccine protest. And so presumably none of them are vaccinated unless some of them are cheating, which probably did happen. And she's walking around casually with no mask and say, oh yeah, I got COVID, yeah. And none of you are vaccinated, okay. I mean, they're playing with each other's lives. And look, it's hard not to call them unintelligent, but I'm gonna break that down in a second. But let's talk about the unintelligent things they said as opposed to who they are as people, right? So he's got pneumonia-like symptoms. He's in really bad shape, coughing like crazy. Well, then might you want to take it seriously? And then the other guy jumps in, oh, no, but if you give him horse medicine, everything's gonna be. Look, I know ivermectin is also for humans. Who cares? It isn't for coronavirus, it's for dewormer. He does, to the best of our knowledge, Danny doesn't have tapeworm. So but they really believe it. They really believe it. That guy could die because he didn't take the right precautions before or apparently after. And even she thinks he's an idiot because he didn't take care of it right. But the other guy that's off camera, he thinks, well, when I got COVID, because they're anti-vax, they almost all got COVID at some point or are going to. He's like, oh, I just slept in and everything was fine. But this is what the right wing is like literally and clinically incapable of understanding. What happened to you doesn't happen to everyone. You are not the only person on the planet. Different people have different reactions. So just because you didn't die from COVID doesn't mean no one dies from COVID. That doesn't mean that all the hospitals and the doctors and the scientists and the morgues are all lying. Those people didn't actually die just because you didn't die from COVID. So look, I guess, Francesca, I'll say this. Look, I've been wrestling with this for now probably over a year, right? What do you call these folks? Do you call them anything? I mean, we have to deal with them every single day, right? So I landed on their detached from reality. Putting aside intelligence, and by the way, and it does not have to do with intelligence. I know that I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna slip up and I'm gonna call folks stupid again, because it's just their actions are so stupid, it's impossible to resist. But look, to be fair, I mean, mainstream media says that a brutal system that allows people to die because they haven't paid a private corporation enough money for health insurance, or they didn't have enough money for the deductible. Mainstream media says that's a great and wonderful and just system. The planet is going to be destroyed by the climate crisis, and nobody's doing a goddamn thing about it. I mean, we're all nuts. We're all detached from reality, and there's the mainstream media also has a cult, and they're completely detached from reality. They think politicians, let alone all those policy issues, politicians taking millions of dollars in bribes will not corrupt them. That's more detached from reality than anything we just saw there. So, but the bottom line is, if you live in that world, you're in for a very specific. You're not in like the mainstream media has big picture, creates big picture problems. But this one affects your own life. And I'm here to tell you that 2 + 2 = 4. And if you have COVID and you don't wear masks, you will spread it. If you're not vaccinated, you will get more sick, and you're taking a percentage chance with your life.
Cenk, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were gonna bring up math, and I just feel a little triggered. So next time, could you just warn me when you're gonna do basic addition? That would really help me, because like, I don't choose to believe that. I choose to believe a different set of realities because I live in the upside down, and ivermectin tastes pretty good, dude. You just put it on some toast. I'm gonna butt in because I have to tell you more about Stephanie Denaro. She seems like the most callous person you could possibly imagine, and yet that is not the most callous she's been on camera. In fact, you might remember her for being Bakery Karen or Coffee Karen back in New York almost a year ago, or maybe even longer. This is what she was doing a year ago in terms of her responsibility to wear masks. This is how she flipped out. You might recognize it. Take a look.
I just want to order some bagels.
If you want to serve her, if not, let you go.
Take her out.
Hello, ma'am. He's not gonna serve it, so please leave.
Why? Because he's a bitch.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's what he is.
Hello. Now you need to go.
That's what he is.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. You need to go.
You heard it.
Let me.
All right, there she was, just spewing a bunch of expletives and racial slurs at workers in a coffee shop. That was obviously a while ago, but I'm sure you guys remember it. So this is not her first rodeo, people. She is pretty terrible. She also, remember she claimed that she could say the N-word because her baby daddies are black. She said, all my children have a black father. And that's a term I've heard them use all my life. Oh my God. So of course, these are the kinds of people who are marching in New York during a massive surge of Omicron. Because why? Because they can't go get like tapas or whatever they want to do. And their places are closing down because staff members are literally falling ill and cannot run, cannot actually staff stores anymore and restaurants. This is my favorite quote from her. She once told the papers that she thought COVID-19 was a hoax to convince people to use absentee ballots and steal the election from former President Donald Trump, because that's apparently how absentee ballots now work here in the upside down, as we heard from Rand Paul earlier in the week, who's like, that's what ballot harvesting is. You just flood a bunch of absentee ballots, people vote, and then you count them.
Yeah.
So here we are.
So Francesca, the minute you say, hey, maybe we should have a tiny bit of empathy for these folks who've been brainwashed into a cult, they go and use the N-word. I mean, she used the actual word to a black person. It was so over the top. Of course we have to bleep it, but she's just, when we have empathy for them, they never return it in kind, right? They have no empathy for us at all, or almost for any other human being. I got coronavirus, I'm gonna talk to you right in front of your face with no mask on, because if you get sick and die, I don't care, you're not me, okay? I'll call you the N-word right to your face and insult you like that. And even if it's true about her lovers or whatever the hell she claims, right? They don't know that. They just think you're horribly insulting them, even if that was an excuse, which it most certainly is not. So it's so callous, and I'm so sick of the right wing and their lack of any human decency and empathy. And the minute there's a study that shows, hey, the Omicron, we already know it's less lethal, but if you're vaccinated, this is now the dominant strain. It's probably the only thing you're gonna get, and it's definitely not gonna kill you. If there's a study like that, it comes out, I'm gone. I'm done with these right wing. They can go get themselves sick. They can go be unvaccinated, they could, et cetera. I know they're clogging up the hospitals, but we're gonna do a different segment on that, how they should move to the back of the line so that rational people don't die because of their mistakes. So, and Francesca, there isn't anything they wouldn't politicize. I mean, there's the movie Don't Look Up. Now CNN is running op-eds about how if you say climate change is real, you're politicizing climate change. And in that case, in regards to the movie, they were saying that they were politicizing the meteor. No, the meteor was coming in the movie. That's the context. In our case, climate crisis is real. Coronavirus is real. When they say it isn't, they are politicizing it. There I am again, you morons. But in that case, I'm referring to the mainstream media. So when I say 2 + 2 = 4, I am not politicizing math, I am doing math. When you say it isn't, you're politicizing math. So I try to explain simple concepts for a living. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.